This week we are making chicken enchilada soup, a couple pounds of taco meat, chicken Parmesan Casserole, chicken Muenster cheese and mushroom casserole, and a bacon cheeseburger casserole. We also whipped up some queso, some Italian sausage for lasagna later in the week, and also made a chocolate peanut butter egg loaf. Hey y'all, hey, Erica with Time to Shrink. It is time to start another meal prep. Meal prep Sunday. Let's go, y'all. Prepping quesadillas for little man for the week. I love making them on this griddle. It's just so easy. The next thing we're gonna do is some chicken in the Instant Pot. So basically I have 3 pounds of chicken. It's still semi-frozen in here. I'm going to just add a couple cups of this organic chicken stock because it was open. You totally could use water if you wanted to. I just think the chicken stock gives it a little bit of extra flavor. And then all I am gonna do is simply do salt and pepper, and that is it, y'all. 4 pounds of beef going back here. We're just gonna get this on and brown up all of this. We're gonna use it a couple of different ways, but we're just gonna do it all at the same time. Work smarter, not harder, right, y'all? So we're gonna brown all of this up at one time, and then we will season it as we need to for the dishes we're making. I'm doing a quick release on this chicken, y'all. Got 3 pounds of shredded chicken here. I'm going to set that to the side, and then we're going to be using this in some of our dishes this week as well. First, we're going to make a chicken Parmesan casserole, y'all. So you want 3 cups of shredded chicken, pre-cooked shredded chicken that you've already cooked, half a thing of cream cheese, some marinara sauce, some mayonnaise, basil pesto, garlic, some mozzarella, and some pork rinds that we are going to have crushed. Half a stick of cream cheese, and this is warm chicken. I'm going to do 3 cups of this warm chicken right over top of this so that it starts to soften it, and then it'll be really easy to mix the rest of the ingredients together. So into this first layer, we have 1 block of cream cheese in the bottom, 3 cups of chicken, 2 teaspoons of finely minced garlic, 2 tablespoons of basil pesto, and 1/4 of a cup of mayonnaise. And we're going to get this stirred up, and then this is going to go in the bottom layer of our casserole dish. So I am just spreading out 1 cup of this marinara sauce. You can use more if you want. I don't feel like it needs more. We're going to spread this out. Next, we're going to do the mozzarella cheese and the crushed pork rinds. I think the crushed pork rinds just lend to helping it feel more chicken parmesan-y to me. But you could skip the pork rinds if you wanted to. I spread 3/4 of a cup of mozzarella cheese on top. This is half a cup of pork rinds. Usually I do my pork rinds in the food processor, but today I just hit it with a little mallet. So if you want them to be even more finely crushed up, then you definitely can use a food processor or a blender even, but I feel like this is fine. We're going to put this in a 350-degree oven for probably about 20-25 minutes. This is just a throw together soup, y'all. Let me show you what I put in it. Some green enchilada sauce that was in the fridge. I am going to put a couple chipotle peppers. These are chipotle peppers in adobo. I'm going to throw a couple of those right in. You saw the cream cheese. Did 1 thing of diced mushrooms, half a cup of heavy cream, and this was chicken stock, homemade chicken stock. So we're just going to throw all of this in here. We're going to put it on the soup setting and just let it go, and then we will taste and adjust. We'll definitely be adding cheese. Because everything was already cooked, I did take my soup setting down to 8 minutes. So we're going to go with 8 minutes, and then we'll check on it. Okay, y'all, so in here I have taco seasoning, 2 pucks of tomato paste. I freeze tomato paste in these little pucks when I have extra. So I've split my ground beef. I have half of it over here, y'all, and we'll use this for something later. And I have added taco seasoning. Ooh, it's popping. Good Lord. Okay. I have added taco seasoning. I used Fresh Jack's taco seasoning and 2 pots of the tomato sauce. Now we're going to add in about 1/4 of a cup of water. So we've got our 1/4 a cup of water and our tomato pucks, and we're just going to get this swirling around here. This is 2 pounds of taco meat. So for 2 pounds of taco meat, I use quite a bit of seasoning. If we feel like we need to add a little bit more water later, we can. Right now, I'm just going to kind of get it all combined. This next dish is ridiculously simple, y'all. So simple, but I swear it is my kid's favorite. This is like a ask for on birthdays meal. When I show you how I put it together, it just doesn't sound amazing, but I swear, this is amazing. So the hardest part of this is breading chicken, but I have some that was in the freezer. So you're gonna take your breaded chicken, throw it all in the bottom. Then you're gonna pour, juice and all, 2 cans of sliced mushrooms, juice and all. The juice is important. And then we're gonna top it with Muenster cheese. So, chicken spread, and then literally you just dump the mushrooms right over the top, y'all. Spread them out. Dump this one and its juice over. And then, I showed y'all the wrong cheese. I set the wrong cheese out. You're gonna use a Muenster cheese for this. This is going to go in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes, just until everything is heated through. My chicken is cooked, so we're just heating through. I just wanted to pop in and kind of chat for a second mid-food prep here and just share. I've had some people asking, like, how do I stay on top of food prep? How do I get motivated to do this? How do I know what I'm going to meal plan? And I'm going to do a video and kind of talk about all of that stuff in my, I have a question and answer video coming up, and I'll kind of talk about all that stuff. But I just wanted to say, I'm not always feeling it, y'all. Today I'm having a really hard day pain-wise physically, and so I really needed to get this food prep done anyway. So I'm doing really easy things this week, things that I can throw together super fast, and I'm just plugging along, pushing through it. I don't know that I'm going to get it all done today. I'll probably do part of this filming tomorrow and then just put it all together as one video. I do that sometimes. So just remember, what you see is not necessarily 100 accurate. What I want to do right now is be curled up in my bed watching a movie or reading a book, but I know I need to get this done, so I just kind of psyched myself up to do it. I get up and put my big girl panties on and start crushing it, doing what I can. I've been taking a lot of breaks and I'm doing some really easy stuff today, but it's working. Okay, the soup is finished. I just heard it finish, so let's flip you around and we shall see what that's looking like. It smells so good in here. You always want to be careful when you open your Instant Pot. Always open it away from you. So here's what it's looking like. The cream cheese is not all melty yet because I only did this for a few minutes. So what you can do, the cream cheese will melt down. Just get like something to stir with and just start stirring away and it'll start to melt down. And then I'm going to put a couple cups of cheddar cheese in this, shredded cheddar cheese. And actually I'm going to use this Mexican blend because that's what I have. I took the soup out of the Instant Pot so that it will be able to breathe and set it on top of the stove top. It's not turned on under there at all. This is just so there's air under it so that it can start to cool off. But see, this melted all down. All I had to do was stir it and the cheese melted all down and the cream cheese melted all down. This just smells delicious. I am fasting today, y'all, so I'm going to wait till Caroline gets home and let her taste test it for you and see if there's anything else that I need to add to it, because I don't want to eat a big spoon of this right now in the middle of a fast. But I think this is going to be a really good green chicken chili enchilada soup. No. Chicken green enchilada soup. There we go. That's what we're calling it. So just kind of showing reality today, y'all, as I was kind of talking to y'all about how I'm not feeling great and just doing little bits at a time. This is half an hour's work, and we've got 2 casseroles for dinners this week. We've got taco meat, we've got meat to make a hamburger casserole, and we have a soup. This is half an hour's work right here, y'all. It was not a lot. I took 2 breaks because I'm not feeling good today, but I got all of this done literally in half an hour. Granted, this chicken would take longer if you had to make the chicken nuggets from scratch or the chicken pieces from scratch, but I had them in the freezer. This is another reason why I love freezer prepping things, y'all, because then it is ready and waiting for me. So these 2 guys are going to go in the oven with the hamburger casserole. When I get that made, I'm going to take a break before I make the hamburger casserole, and then we'll throw those guys in the oven and they'll be ready for food prep for the week and people can eat on it as they want. We are going to throw together hamburger casserole. This is the 2 pounds of hamburger, and there's some garlic seasoning in there and some toasted onion seasoning. And sometimes I use like a Montreal steak seasoning, but I'm completely out. And then what I'm going to do is add about a cup of bacon crumbles to this. Probably half a cup of bacon crumbles to this, and some will go on the top. Then we mix up what goes over the top of our casserole. So we do 2 eggs, half a cup of heavy cream, half a cup of mayonnaise, and you whip that up really good, and that's going to go over the top. We also need to add some cheese in here. I almost forgot the cheese, y'all. So added in about half a cup of cheese and about half a cup, or probably a fourth a cup of bacon. And I'm just going to get all of this mixed really well, and then this goes in the bottom layer of the casserole. Now, because this is bacon cheeseburger casserole, you could add anything you wanted topping-wise to this into the casserole, but we just like to make it basic and then top it ourselves. My egg mixture going in, you just want to take it right over the top and then spread it around. So you let it sink down into that hamburger. One thing I often do with this casserole is before I put this egg mixture over, mixed in with the beef and bacon, I will do really thinly shredded cabbage. It beefs it up, makes it more of just a full meal, and it is so, so tasty. I do like the thinly angel hair shredded cabbage. I usually cook it down first on the stovetop and then mix it in with this, and that was my plan today, but my Walmart order was messed up and they gave me the wrong kind of cabbage, and I like only the certain kind of cabbage, the thin angel hair cabbage, for this, so I did not do it, but that was my plan. Now I'm going to top it with some cheese, and because I have a lot of these pork rinds crushed up left, we're just going to add that on top of this too. That'll be really tasty. This is going to go in with all the rest of the casseroles. You could freeze this for sure. If you wanted to make this to freeze, I would not put the pork rinds on top until the day that I was serving it, because they could probably get soggy that way. But otherwise, this is another one that would freeze very, very well, y'all. Throwing all of these casseroles in a 350-degree oven. They're probably all going to take about 20 to 35 minutes. The hamburger casserole takes the longest. And since we're trying to kind of show reality today, y'all, this is the mess that we've got going. Tons of mess. Oh, today I am not even going to touch it. I am going to let my family help me clean this up, because I just do not have the energy for any of this today. But I do at least have an empty dishwasher. That's something, right? Here is what we've meal prepped so far today, y'all. We've got our chicken enchilada soup, 2 pounds of taco meat. We've got our chicken parm casserole, our mushroom and chicken Muenster cheese casserole, and our bacon cheeseburger casserole. That's part 1 of meal prep. We're going to work on meal prep part 2 tomorrow. I made some more pickled jalapenos this week, y'all. Alright, we're going to get some more ground beef going. This is going to be for meatballs, and ooh, we don't need to ground meat for meatballs, Erica. I almost cooked this. I want to make meatballs with this. Oh goodness. I do, however, need this out. I am going to do this Italian sausage. Got some Italian sausage links, and I'm going to use this in lasagna. So I'm going to take it out of the links and cook it that way, y'all. So we're going to get this sausage going, and we're also going to make some queso, y'all. For queso, you need 1 pound to 1.25 pounds of cheese. This is just American cheese. You can do this in the Instant Pot or the crock pot. I'm kind of contemplating getting a second Instant Pot, y'all, so that I can do everything that way. I'm kind of just going to break it up into pieces a little bit. And you're going to add a stick of cream cheese. I got this recipe from Nicole Burgess, and it is so good. I prefer to use white American cheese, but this is what they gave us at Walmart this week. So, and I just kind of break this up too. 1 can of green chilies, juice and all. And we're gonna just do this over low heat and stir it every once in a while. Let this go while we're working on this. Next, we're gonna make our meatballs. So you need 3 pounds of ground beef. We're going to use some basil pesto, Parmesan cheese, some garlic. I'm taking a little shortcut and using this already pre-minced organic garlic. And this is some crushed up pork rinds. So we're gonna just dump it all in and then mix it together and form meatballs, y'all. Take this and make balls. Make whatever size you want. You can make huge meatballs, you can make tiny meatballs, whatever. The only key is you want to try and make them all about the same size. And one big tip when handling meatballs or any kind of meat, like meatloaves or anything like that, is you want to handle it as least as possible. You just want to get everything incorporated and then stop. If you over mix it, like trying to put all this together and do it too much, you can make your meatballs kind of on the tough side. So I highly suggest avoiding that. You can bake these, you can fry these up, you could fry them lightly on both sides and then finish them in the oven. All we're doing today is freezing them. We're just making frozen meatballs so that when we're ready to use them, however we want to use them, they will be ready and available. And you can cook these straight from frozen in a little bit of sauce in a casserole dish, and they turn out really, really well. So this is finished. But see how thick it is? It's super thick. So you want to thin it out with either some heavy cream or some unsweetened regular almond milk. Either one works. But this reheats so beautifully. It's great as a dip with just pork rinds or over nachos. My kids absolutely love this. It looks a little oranger because I had to use the regular American cheese, but if you use the white American cheese, it looks exactly like queso, y'all. Now almond milk, you just have to work it in. It seems like it's not going to mix in and like you really just screwed up, but you didn't. It will mix in, and you just keep adding more and more until you get it to the consistency that you want it. Get it, and you just have to keep working it in. Peanut butter egg loaf. This is cream cheese, eggs, and butter. A stick of butter, a stick of cream cheese, 8 eggs, a little bit of baking powder, and then this is a peanut butter one. So it is 3 tablespoons of peanut butter, 2 tablespoons of cacao powder, pumpkin pie spice. I'm going to do a couple of teaspoons of this. But you could just go straight cinnamon, or you could just do vanilla and skip the pumpkin pie spice. You want everything to be nice and room temperature. My eggs are room temperature, my butter's room temperature, my cream cheese is room temperature, and then you're just gonna blend it up. I'm just gonna pour it in. Y'all, I did so much food prep this week that you can barely get into my refrigerator. So let's just go through it real quick. This is the queso that we made, almost gone. They got right into it. Taco meat, that is this enchilada soup. This is a big thing of coleslaw. I made this off camera, y'all. I forgot to record myself making this, but I just made a coleslaw. It's like a spicy coleslaw. This is the Italian sausage that I'll use later in this week when I make a lasagna. This is just some grilled chicken that got grilled up. This is the egg casserole that I make once a week. There we go. Egg casserole that I make once a week for my son's breakfast. There's about half of that left. Then this is the chicken parmesan, and this is hamburger casserole. That's what we've got going on in this part of the fridge. And then what's left of kids' lunches, we've got chicken salad back there and sandwiches here. And then this is my egg loaf because I couldn't find anywhere else to put it. So there is my egg loaf. This came out really well, but y'all, I totally forgot to put the sweetener in, so I'm just gonna slather it with some syrup on top and it'll be fine. But but I definitely do recommend sweetening it. It just doesn't taste right, especially the chocolate peanut butter. It doesn't taste right without the sweetener. But as y'all saw during this meal prep, I was having a really, really rough week, and I apologize for odd camera angles or my face not being in a whole lot of it, y'all. So that's meal prep for the week, y'all. I hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for sticking with me if you're still here. I know it wasn't, my face wasn't in a lot of it, and there were some awkward camera angles. I apologize for that, y'all. It was definitely a hard week for me. Like I said earlier in the video, I was having a lot of pain while I was doing this, and part of my fibromyalgia is not just pain, but I like get brain fog, and I feel like super, super scattered. So I forgot some things, and just but I'm committed to doing meal prep every week. I'm committing to make it happen, and I'm also committed to sharing it with y'all. I thought about just not taping it this week because it was not going to be my very best, but it is what it is. This is reality, and I want y'all to know that even when you have hard days, even when you have hard times, you can still do it. You can push through and do it. It's doable. It really, really is, and it makes the rest of the week so much easier. You can just rest and relax and know you're gonna have really good food. And also, when you prep freezer things all along, if you have some days that you really just cannot, you've got some freezer options too. So last week I prepped a good amount, but I didn't prep for every single day, and then I had a bad day on a day I was planning to cook, but I had a freezer meal that I had made. We had chicken cordon bleu, everybody loves it, and it worked out really well. So this is totally, totally doable, y'all. Make easy plans. Like this week I made things that took like no thought and were super, super easy, but yet you see how full my fridge is. We're like good to go for the week, y'all, even on a hard day. So anyways, I just wanted to share that. Bye, y'all. I will talk to you again really, really soon.